Greatness can come from anywhere.
I draw inspiration from the Filipino people and to God and my family. Hard work is the most difficult things in boxing.
Let's get into it.
Tyson Fury coming to that face-off in such deplorable condition, especially when he said he's already been in camp 5 weeks, and you literally on stage grabbing rolls on your stomach like it is dinner time.
I don't even know what to say, bro.
Fighting cash grab. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it 100. But you're not fighting somebody who you should be fighting. The heavyweight division should have a pound-for-pound king by now. You beat Deontay Wilder, so Tyson Fury, quote-unquote, is supposed to be the best heavyweight in the division. But a lot of people hold Alexander Usyk as the best fighter and heavyweight in the division. And that's one of the main reasons. Because of he wants to fight with Fury, but Fury, he's dipping and he's dodging. So Tyson Fury is a phenomenal fighter, phenomenal competitor. He's done a lot in the sport of boxing. But let me tell y'all something, man, because we're going to wrap this up and we're going to talk a little bit about that. Matter of fact, let's just change gears because I'm tired of talking about Tyson Fury. He's not fighting Usyk. He's not fighting anybody notable. So I'm done with talking about Tyson Fury. Shakur Stevenson and Frank the Ghost Martin. And Frank Martin is truly the ghost because when that contract appeared, his hand turned into some ghost type shit. You know what I mean? It couldn't even grab the pen. His hand just went right through the table. The fight, as they say, was supposed to be signed, sealed, and delivered. The fight is on. Let's talk about it. I think a couple of weeks ago, Shakur Stevenson, he was interviewed. They asked him about it. I believe the guys over there at the Zone, like they was talking to him about it. They was asking him about it. But you know, Shakur Stevenson, like he couldn't come out and say, okay, yes, that's who I'm fighting next, because things were probably still in the works. But once everything was quote unquote finalized, I mean, they broke the news. And then now all of a sudden, Frank Martin backs out of the fight. And the only excuse that I can give Frank Martin is that maybe it's not Frank Martin. Maybe it's Derrick James. Derrick James has a lot on his plate right now. Where Errol Spence losing, yes, he pulled out a win with Anthony Joshua, but you got Jermell Charlo training for Canelo. Now you're talking about putting that Frank Martin fight with Shakur Stevenson. I mean, that's a huge fight. That's the biggest fight of Frank Martin's career. And if Derrick James can't focus 100% on training Frank Martin for that fight, then either Derrick James should not be his coach or Frank Martin shouldn't take that fight at this particular time. Now, if that's the case, then I'm not going to knock Frank Martin. But if that's not the case, and he legitimately ducked Shakur Stevenson, because Frank Martin is always talking about like he's ready, you know what I mean? He wants that smoke. It doesn't matter who it is. Shakur Stevenson saying the same thing. But when it comes to Shakur Stevenson, I truly believe that Shakur Stevenson wants all the smoke because Shakur Stevenson has one of the best skill sets in boxing. I do not believe that he's afraid of anybody in boxing. His skill set can defeat anybody. So I don't think that Shakur Stevenson will be the one on a bicycle. I don't think Shakur Stevenson will be the one in the Philly shell trying to duck and dip all these contracts. I don't think that's Shakur Stevenson's fault. I think it is the guys they are putting that contract in front of. He said Pitbull Cruz, they walked away. Who knows what's going on with the Tank Davis fight? I mean, you heard people coming out of nowhere, Shakur Stevenson versus Tank Davis now, when the news just broke about Frank Martin. So it's like they're trying to put all these people in front of Shakur, but at the same time, all that's talk, all that's hearsay, because no contracts are being signed. And if it's one thing that I know, Shakur Stevenson, if he really had a fight, I know Shakur Stevenson, he's going to let the world know, because Shakur Stevenson is ready to fight. And more importantly, he's ready to fight the best, unlike Tyson Fury. That's all I got. Talk that you stand up as your boy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You already know how I play. Shit.
Fatality.